Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome. Actually, it's still the morning. Upon further review, 10:55 a.m. here at Center Court for the Roseld Court Invitational here at 675 Roseld for what has proven to be perhaps one of the more high-quality tennis events of the year. And I'm not just talking about the setup. The food, the drinks, the tennis on in the background, the scoreboard, the chair umpire. Just look at the beauty of this tennis court located in the heart of our very own Deal, surrounded by trees, foliage. It's just a beautiful, ideal way to watch tennis. It's not cold. It's not too hot. There's not too many shadows or sun or anything. It's just the ideal tennis weather. And to go along with that ideal tennis weather, we have a premier tennis matchup. On the near side of the court, you'll see Jeffrey Sutton, who looks like he's drinking some ginger ale. Vic, what is that?
Is that Perrier?
Perrier. Okay, interesting choice.
I think. I mean, it has the bottle, but I don't know.
Notably, Jeffrey Sutton, recently the champion of the Center Court Pro-Am, just a few weeks back. So riding that high at the second Grand Slam of the year. He's playing with Elias Abadi, a great tennis player in his own right. I actually, admittedly, have never seen him play, but we were just talking on the court, and he seems like a confident, very solid tennis player, nice guy. So look forward to seeing him play. On the far end of the court is tournament coordinator Charles Sacca and his best friend since the womb, Deal Boys, West Deal Boys. Vic, any more to say about these guys? Isaac Sasson, known as a great tennis player, always in the finals at high heat or similar events. Charles Sacca, the tournament coordinator, and that team is the past champions. They won the first annual Roseld Court Invitational, looking to repeat. And the winner of this matchup will play against Joey Dweck and Jack Sitt, who won the first semifinal matchup, 6-2, 6-2, yet to be broken. They seem like a freight train, and I'm not really sure either of these teams wants to get in their way. You can see at the far end of your picture, Joey Dweck talking to my in-laws, who came out to watch. My mother-in-law always down to watch some good tennis. Also, we got the U.S. Open going on, starting in about a couple minutes. Jack Sitt, finalist, is told me he was going. He didn't tell me his mode of transportation. I think he said he was going to show up late, so that makes me think he's driving. But, of course, we're not really sure how he's getting there, but he was tight on time. But obviously, friend of the program, former broadcaster himself, did us a favor and joined us for an interview after the match. Good guy. So here we are, and you got to assume, and the buzz around the court is palpable. You can just hear the excitement for this one. You got Jack and Joey Dweck, Seymour, a lot of guys who were here for the first match, Mark Benjamin himself, sticking around for this one. It's been highly touted as the match of the tournament. And both Joey and Jack in their post-game interviews mentioned that this should probably be a final. So, again, very much looking forward to the defending champs, Charles and Isaac, Sacca and Sasson, respectively, against Jeffrey Sutton and Elias Abadi.
Joe, I was talking to Rob before as he was telling me that he'd rather this angle than the roof, which we were on before.
You can see the roof if you watch the first semifinal.
Right,
just very
definitely a lot more
where
movement.
Vic was.
But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this versus that. But he was telling me actually that Charles and Isaac has yet to lose a set this tournament, undefeated. And I said set. And they said no set has been lost by them from the beginning until now.
Since they started playing. Anyway, looks like Elias Abadi will serve first, sporting the center court cap, which we have me wearing. You'll see it during the changeovers. But again, very excited for this. Keep an eye out for Charles's unorthodox swing here. The way he brings his racket back is quite unorthodox, and we're already off to a great start. As that return sails along, you can see, and from this angle it is ideal, the top spin on the Elias Abadi shot. You know, if you're sitting at the court side, you think that thing's sailing way out and it lands significantly inside the tape. That's the key of topspin in doubles especially, and Jeffrey Sutton, of course, a champion already this season. and we'll keep mentioning things that are key. First services, also key. That one looked a little out, but no call there from Charles. And there's Isaac, who's coming back with topspin of his own and the overhead. No piece of cake there for Jeffrey Sutton, giving Charles a little bit of trouble on that difficult backhand overhead again. A shot that you take it off the forehand is probably one of the easier shots in the game, but taking it off the backhand just gives everybody a tremendous amount of trouble. 30 love, first game. Just out. Confirmed by our chair umpire Hector. 40 love here, first game. And you can see in the early going, Saka and Sasson, a great team, having a little bit of trouble with their putaways. This game would be totally different if their putaways went away. And you can see Elias and Jeffrey utilizing the finger on the back technique for service direction and strength. We'll dive a little bit more into that throughout the course of the broadcast, but that's the first game. Elias Abadi serving with his partner Jeffrey Sutton. We'll switch sides, and it looks like Charles Saka will serve first. Again, tremendous server. I actually had the pleasure of being on the court and catching the balls as Charles was serving. Tremendous amount of speed and a great server, but again, an unorthodox serving technique.
You really enjoy tennis. I mean, you play tennis, you watch tennis, you married into a tennis family, and I didn't really understand how much you enjoyed until I saw you want to be almost every position here. You'd love to be announcing. You want to be a chair ump. I saw you cleaning the lines, the line cleaner, ball boy. If you can pick one thing other than playing tennis to do as a career, what would you choose?
You're saying tennis related?
Tennis related. You said you loved everything about it. You just kept volunteering to do stuff.
I do. I would choose chair umpire.
Chair umpire.
I think that's a dream job of mine. I think that would be in my top 5 of dream careers overall. You know, like baseball player for the Yankees, chair umpire. Looks like Isaac Sasson will serve first. The Deal team, again, play together all the time as the shot from Elias comes right into your living room. Good serving from Isaac, and you can tell usually a happy guy jumping around, laughing. He is zoned in right now. Zoned in. Would not want to be on the other side of his tennis ability right now. He'll serve to Jeffrey Sutton. Again, the importance of getting the first serve in. It's just such a heavy ball that Jeffrey Sutton hits, giving Isaac no choice but to hit it right into the waiting arms of Elias Abadi, and I have something in my eye.
Joe, speaking of zoned in, we got Rosh Hashanah coming up very early this year. Are you zoned in?
15 all, by the way, here. Love serving one. I can't see out of my left eye. Speaking of Rosh Hashanah, extremely zoned in as Isaac, I think, misses that volley into the net.
All right, Joey's going blind over here. So
we got 5:30. Oh, and there goes my contact.
You got it out?
Nope. I lost the contact. All right. Stay tuned.
Sasson serving.
There you go, Vic. Vic will take over for a little bit.
Sasson serves. Second serve. Calls it out.
It was out.
Says half blind Joey.
30 all. Deuce. A little bit of trouble here.
So I've been instructed not to move the camera, if ever, really rarely.
We're back. But weren't you instructed to zoom in on the players after a 6 point?
He also, well, that's not what Rob told me. That's what Joey told me.
First missed serve there by Isaac. 30 all.
But he said during the plays, no more moving the camera.
You really get a feel for the Elias topspin as the lob goes along. And, Isaac and Charles, probably the most vocal team we've seen on the court, pumping each other up again. Longtime best friends, great, great partners, and former champions here. We got a game point for them to get to 1-all here in the first set of the second semifinal. And they go into the Aussie set, the Australian form, with both players on the left side. It's important to know when you utilize that. You can hear Vic laughing at Charles's setup. Oh, and just a low shot, clips the net, but still a great shot there from Jeffrey. When you have a guy standing at the center of the net, the number one place you want to go is right at his feet, and that's what Jeffrey did. A nice sinking forehand, too much for Charles to handle. Isaac getting a little frustrated with himself, missing first serves. Deuce. Oh, and just lands in. He'll get another.
Staying alive, staying alive. Ooh, 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 ooh.
That's right, Vic. Now, Vic is a little newer to the tennis world.
Much newer.
Since, the later stages of dating and now into marriage with his wife, lovely wife, Mary. Oh, and what a lob there from Isaac. Jeffrey trying to go right back at him. Oh. Just long, and this is a great, great, great point of tennis there. Advantage in. And Vic, so what drew you to the game? What keeps you coming back?
So my wife Mary, an avid player, pretty much drew me to the game, and we play.
Who's
That's pretty
better?
much it. No comment.
No comment. Good answer. Jeffrey lunging for balls there down that baseline, but nice job, nice work there by Charles. And you can hear the come on, you can hear the claps, you can hear the fist pumps. These guys are pumped up. They are not going to go down easy. As much as people are talking about the team of Jeffrey and Elias, who I heard were up from 7 this morning practicing, the match didn't start until about 11.
Yeah, that's a little nuts.
These guys, they're just, you think I love the game? These guys are like, good idea there from Charles. A little disappointed with himself that he hit it long, but the right idea catching Elias coming towards the middle. 15 love.
They were here 7. That means they had to have done silly hot pre-nets.
Yeah, or maybe they did the night silly hot.
They could have done that also, the midnight.
I know my sister, who's in Israel right now, has been doing that quite a bit.
They love that in Israel, the late night
Oh, and
silly
there's
hot.
Isaac. The second serve was out. Here comes Hector. Hector out of the chair. Just out, says Hector, confirmed. There's a funny clip of Galmont Fils, who the ball was called out and he thought it was in, so he was making fun of the chair, trying to figure out which spot belonged to the ball. And I think Elias was just doing something similar. Anyhow, 15-all. Oh, and the return just short. Charles working on that stroke. Again, the unorthodox technique. Charles, friend of the broadcast, joined us in the booth. Tournament coordinator, former champ, and Chazan at the 9:15 West Deal Rabbi Dana Minyan for Rosh Hashanah. He's doing Shachri, he's doing Musaf on the first day and the second.
That's impressive.
And now he's playing tennis. And he's reading the Torah one of the days. So, oh, just a great shot from Jeffrey. Such a heavy ball that Jeffrey hits. 45. And Charles and Isaac, again, the camaraderie after every point. They get a little racket tap, talk strategy. Jeffrey's been having a little bit of luck with the net these days. He's hitting the top of it and it's going over each time, that time resulting in a let. And the return goes wide. A lot of trouble with the Jeffrey Sutton serve there as they hold for 2-1 and will change sides.
Joe, so we watched 3 games, about 15 minutes worth. Who do you got your money on?
It's a tough call, Vic. I can't pick. Not allowed as a commentator, but I just got to tell you, Vic, I'm rooting for 3 sets.
You're rooting for 3 sets.
Since we started announcing, we've only seen straight sets victories. both times by the Dweck and Sit team. I'm looking for a a 3-set match, and it looks like my in-laws are leaving. I thought they were going to come here, but I think they're leaving.
Joe, what has been your technique leaving this driveway not getting killed?
It's a good question, and I'm going to have a lot of trouble with it this afternoon. The other time I had a backup camera, I was the only one leaving at that time later on in the day.
Right.
So I was like maneuvering, took me a couple minutes, and I was out no problem. This time I don't even have a backup camera. I'm squished in between cars. Not looking forward to getting out of here.
It's also you're pulling out of the driveway here, and you feel like you're on a highway. Nobody can
Yeah,
see you.
yeah. That's why I've been trying to go front way out, nose out.
Oh, okay, very interesting.
I don't want to back out of here. I just want to
Yeah.
go nose out.
Nose out.
And what an interesting, complex here, the Braha complex in Deal, New Jersey. Obviously, the beautiful natural tennis court here, like a mountain in the caves. But the house is on a lower plane than the tennis court. There's a pool house. It's just beautiful, magnificent here. And all these times I've been driving down Roseld to get to Wickapeco, and I noticed this house. Like, whose house is this? And Hector out of the chair again. Good. Take two. Normally in tennis that would just be a point, but
Generally.
we're friendly here. Charles. Poach there from Jeffrey, just catches it off the frame. 5 love. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie.
Joe, you got any Labor Day plans?
Levidic? No. Well, obviously we have the finals in the morning.
Right.
Sally Hall at Mignon. And then got to get to Brooklyn for the holiday.
Oh, you're in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn for the holiday by my parents.
For all holidays? Or we're taking it holiday by holiday for now?
We're actually at 30 all here, or 15 all. 5 all here, 1 all on serve here in the first set. You hear the grunting of Elias as that return sails along.
Crowd in suspense.
35.
Wondering what Joey's doing for the holidays.
So I'll be by my parents for Rosh Hashanah. My in-laws will be in Deal. And I'll be by my parents for Yom Kippur. My in-laws don't know where they're going to be. Oh, and a sorry there from Isaac. And 45. Here, on serve, 1 all. First set, second semifinal. And for Sukhotvic, and this is where things get interesting. Just along there from Charles, a second game point coming up here to get to 2-1 on serve first set. For Sukhot, pending a negative coronavirus PCR test.
Oh.
I
think I know where this is going.
I'll be going to Italy for Sukhot. Yes, with my in-laws.
Pending a negative test, PCR 72 hours prior.
Correct.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
So you're never in Deal?
No deal. Deal or no deal? No deal. Oh, and Isaac. Lunging backhand volley. Tough, tough play. You wonder if Charles could have gotten there if he let it go, but again, you're instructed at the net to be as aggressive as you can to ensure that you get the ball in. We're at deuce here. 2 game points saved by a baddie and Jeffrey side. Deuce at 1 all. These games are lasting a lifetime. Oh, and Charles just snipes Jeffrey there. Jeffrey perhaps a little taken off guard. The volley goes into the net. Another game point here for Sack and Sass to get the 2-1 on serve. No break points yet in the match. And the overcast day we were promised has now begun. As Jeffrey's return gets hit into the top of the net. Strong service hold there for Saka, along with his partner Sasson, up 2-1 in the first set.
Joe, you said it before, but I think we need to stress it again. The weather. I mean, this is the ideal weather you can get for tennis. It's so rare to get that mid 70s light breeze, not windy, not too sunny, not too hot, not too cold. This is this is perfect. This is what we've been missing throughout the summer.
And credit to the Braha court. I think that has a little bit something to do with it. Even if there was sun, it would get blocked out by these beautiful trees. Good leave there by Jeffrey Sutton. 15 love.
We have a sweatshirt just in case.
Smart. I don't even have a sweatshirt in deal. I don't think so.
You don't. What was that?
I don't have a sweatshirt in deal.
That's nuts.
What? And the net triumphs continue. Oh, these chairs are a little bit hard on the abdomen. I'll say abdomen. Oh, and just the nicest little finesse there from Jeffrey Sutton.
You get
Puts
as
that
many
away.
nets as you need. How does it work?
Yeah, as many lets
You
as
could
you
just go 7, 8 times. It's not like on the fifth one.
need. Yep. Oh, and what a serve there out wide from Elias. The spin serve to the wide forehand of Charles, who just had no chance at that 40 love. And this is looking like a very confident hold here for Elias.
Joe, excuse me for my lack of knowledge in tennis, but
Oh, and a double. It might be my fault. Elias, if you're watching this, I'm sorry for calling you an easy service hold.
jinxed it.
I apologize.
How come sometimes the server is really far to the corner, and other times, I mean, growing up, I've always been told, you know, that middle thing, you're just to the side of it.
Well, in doubles, it's a much more strategic game as Jeffrey Sutton puts away the volley to go 2-all here in the first set of the second semifinal against Saka and Sasson, former champs. You know, doubles is a game that's more strategy. You know, you're hitting a lot of forehands. Now it's all about angles. So if you're serving more from the alleyway, right, you can cut the angle a little bit more to the server, right? And if he comes and tries to go back into the alleyway, you're there. You're ready. As opposed to singles,
Where you're generally in the middle.
Exactly, because you're cutting out, 6 feet on each, or whatever, 4 feet on each side of the court. So
Yeah, I was just wondering because I'm not a doubles guy. I've never played doubles. I'm really barely even a singles guy. But I was just wondering because I've been seeing a lot of that today.
Yep, it's all part of the strategy. Almost everything that people do in this doubles game is well thought out and strategic. As Jeffrey Sutton's gone for the shirt change.
Well thought out and strategic shirt change.
And the question there is,
how many more shirts do you think he has?
Exactly right. We've seen him change shirts. We've done a couple of Jeffrey's matches, including the most recent victory at the Centers Pro-Am tournament.
Shout out to Ralph Miz, who we love.
Yep, sure thing. And I heard Ralph Miz was brought on as a consultant here. Charles was in contact with him plenty. So, and we know that the Centers Pro-Am used the Wimbledon, design for their tournament this year. This year we have the French Open design for the Roseld Court Invitational. Just everybody doing their part, which is always great.
Joe, I'm noticing a lot of Nike socks. Pretty sure all players have Nike socks.
That's right. I actually am wearing Puma. I kind of like the Puma, but I respect the Nike. Serve and volley approach there from Sasson. Good stretch volley. Good stretch volley from Sasson. And Saka tried to copy that on the backhand side. Just a little short. Love 5.
But Adidas sneakers, not something you see a lot in tennis. Sasson repping him.
Nope, just missed.
Joe, if you had a clock right now, how fast do you think these serves are going?
Well, this is the second serve coming up. The first serve, I would say, is probably in the high 90s.
No.
You think it's faster? The fast first serves, I would say, is probably around 100.
Wow. These guys are not messing around.
No, certainly not. And the ground strokes are also extremely powerful. And here's a window for Sutton and a baddie here. Love 30, 2-all. Trying to jump on Isaac Sasson's serve here. Again, love 30 and a chance to break. And you just watch Jeffrey Sutton, how nonchalant he is about how he goes around himself. You wouldn't imagine how seriously he takes the game and how great he is. Again, tremendous topspin. And, oh, just too good there from Isaac Sasson down the line. Catching Jeffrey Sutton, you know, sneaking, cheating a little bit more towards the middle of the court. Smile on Jeffrey's face. He knows he got beat there into the alleyway. Very, very smart shot there by Isaac Sasson using his neon strings. Just off the back of the tape, Charles poaching appropriately. 30 all. 2 straight points rattled off for the Deal Boys. And they're right back in this game, 30 all.
Minimal camera movement.
You should know that Hector in the chair is also keeping track of points and winners and things like that. They all show up on his iPad in a post-match report. Great serve there by Sasson, and that is the doubles game. That is exactly how the game of doubles is supposed to be played. A great first serve. The poacher comes over into the center of the net, puts away the volley, and that's the point. 40-30, 3 straight points rattled off for the Deal Boys. We got, I see wives in the crowd, parents, grandparents?
Grandparents? I don't know. Who do you see?
I don't know either. I can't really see much. There's a fence in my way, and my contact keeps falling out. Australian set. Tremendous topspin there from Jeffrey, and right back at it from Isaac. Oh, and the poach from Charles just goes into the top of the net. No problem. Deuce, and we'll move forward. Again, as I said so many times before, doubles, there's a physical side of the game and a mental side of the game. And here for Charles, the mental side of the game is just not letting it get the best of you. Elias continuing with the topspin, and Isaac is right up for it as well. Just tremendous amounts of topspin as drops of rain begin to fall. There's the poach from Charles, and exactly what I said. Don't let it get the best of you. Put it behind you, and Charles, right at the right time, comes across, puts away the volley, and they got another game point.
He felt left out of that one. They kept going back and forth like it was singles. Charles said, no, 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 I am still here.
And Charles doing that appropriately as well. His wife in the crowd. Isaac's wife as well. First serve come up. 2 all here in the first set. Add in.
Joe, I got to say the games are much longer in this than the previous one. I mean, we're almost at the 30-minute mark. We've yet to get past 5 games.
You are looking at a...
Put that into perspective.
Oh, and the return from Sutton into the net. A hold there for Isaac Sasson. A testy one, but a hold nonetheless. 3 games to 2, I thought. Nope. 2 games all.
2 games,
2 games all. Yeah, there we go. What do you say?
I don't know. Something about hitting a return.
Hitting a return, Charles. Charles wants us to talk about his return of serve, I think. And apologies, 2 games all now on serve. Jeffrey Sutton, who's served first, will serve again. Oh, I have a moth on my hat. And that is gone. My
Joe, what hat
contact
are
is
you
back
wearing?
in safely. I am wearing the Roseld Court Invitational hat, which I received courtesy of Rob Baraha, tournament host.
Is it raining?
It is raining, Vic. It is. I was waiting for you to notice.
Wait, what?
The same way I jinxed the service, you jinxed the weather.
It's not supposed to rain. Oh my God, we have an 80% chance of rain. We have an issue, folks, because not only are they not going to play in the rain, but I do not film in the rain. Equipment is not waterproof.
That is Vic's #1 rule for those wondering.
That and no dogs.
Oh, and just long there. Love 30. Charles nodding at us as if we have anything to do with it. Big return coming up here for Charles. Love 30. Vic, #1 rule for Victor Dweck is he does not film in the rain.
And no dogs.
And #1A is no dogs. Huge point here. Momentum point. Good return there from Charles. He was stressing the importance of that. And it's just interesting to see as they put that away, and I think that we got a break point here. The lackadaisical, it's not appropriate to call it lackadaisical. The nonchalant play of Jeffrey sometimes makes you think like, oh, he thought the ball was out. That's why he flipped it up there, but I don't think he did.
Not loving the ball in the court.
A little dangerous. A little dangerous.
Yep. Slippery. Not good. He is wide as could be. I mean, he's serving almost.
Oh, and he missed it. Game, Saka and Sasson. The first break of the game goes, I got to be honest, not the way I thought it was going to go, Vic. Saka and Sasson take the first break, and they lead 3-2. They'll be going to Charles Saka's serve.
I am very distracted with this rain.
It's slowing down.
Slowing down. It's a very light, faint, misty drizzle. Got more fans coming. How many cars do you think we could fit in this driveway
Vic,
complex?
this driveway is gigantic.
I mean, 30, 40 cars.
And it wraps around and it snakes and it goes up and it goes down.
I don't think I've seen a driveway this large in Deal, New Jersey in all of my life.
What a tennis match we have here. We just saw the first break of serve for Saka and Sasson. They'll serve at 3-2 in the first set. But Jeffrey and Elias, calm, go, sit down, recover. A noon tablet. Noon tablet. Jeffrey, you know, some tennis players, they're a little annoyed when Vic bothers them in the middle of the match. Jeffrey,
Most of them.
Class act. He has a noon tablet in his water. What is that? Hydration product, electrolyte enhancer. Great serve there from Charles.
It's not Perrier.
Not Perrier, rather. It's water with a noon tablet. N-U-U-N, noon.
I thought noon, Yanni, morning, afternoon.
Me too.
Because it is 11:30.
Second serve here
Is
coming
that
up for
Marshall?
Charles.
Marshall
That is Marshall.
Mizrahi in the crowd.
Marshall Miz. His son is a great tennis player. I've seen him play. Oh, and Charles just taking his eye off it a little bit. 5-all here at 3, serving 2 in the first set as the crowd is filling in. We're running out of chairs, Vic.
I gotta say, I did not think that we'd have a crowd. But you look at there, you got a nice amount of people. Any concept of balking in tennis?
No. You are usually apologizing if that happens. They try to pick off Jeffrey again, but Jeffrey's ready for it. He doesn't make the same mistake twice. Jeffrey cutting over. Cut volley. Charles is game for it. The backhand. Oh, and just long goes the backhand from Jeffrey. He's laughing. I think he thought it was good. He doesn't want to bother Hector to get out of the chair, but I think he thought it was good. Checking with Elias to see what he thought.
It's rare to see a balk in baseball, but did you see the game Yankees 2-3 weeks ago?
I did.
Called on a balk very...
Yes, I did. Australian set here for Charles. Cross court return, not usually what you see. Lob. Oh, and a good one. Oh, and the sinking line drive forehand there from Jeffrey. Just a perfect shot. And he sensed Charles coming up to the net after a lob of his own. And he put it right at his feet. Impossible to get back.
Little to no camera movement.
And we're looking at 30-all. Charles limping, perhaps? Vic, you see a little limp there?
I see that, but that just could be his walk. As more people are coming, wow. And everyone is fitting in this driveway.
It could be a walk. See the topspin of Elias. Oh, and a great shot there from Jeffrey. Picking on the net court play of Isaac. And we got a break point here for the break back just like that. Let's see how it goes. 3 serving 2. First set, second semifinal. Winner of this one plays Jack Sitt and Joey Dweck in the finals tomorrow morning, bright and early.
Labor Day, Erev Rosh Hashanah 2021.
What better way to spend it after a morning of Silichot and Shachrit to come watch some high-quality tennis. Speaking of which, huge volley there from Charles, and what a lob from Elias, and Isaac can't get to it. There's the break back. 3 games all, and just like that, we have a tie ball game.
Joe, I want you to notice Charles's stamina. You mentioned it briefly before, but I don't know if people really understand the fact that he is going to be Hazan, Shahrid, and Musaf.
Both days.
Both days, you're standing for hours. I mean, you know how sometimes you're standing for the Amida, and you're like, oh my God, I'm cramping up. He's doing that twice because he's doing Hazara also for Shahrid and Musaf on both days. That's a man of stamina. A guy who could do that could play in a tournament like this.
Vic, are you a fan of the high holidays?
I'm a fan of it.
Me too.
I'm a fan of it.
I'm a great
I
fan
think
of it.
most people are fans of it.
I would like for it to go a little bit faster. I don't like when the Hazan takes his time doing it, but I enjoyed the tune. I've obviously enjoyed the songs. But the slowness can be sped up a little bit.
Just a drop, but it is Yom Hadin. We are in no rush.
Vic, where are you praying these holidays?
We're going to be at the Hearst.
Stanley Chira building?
Stanley Chira Building, Ohel Yitzhak of Allenhurst.
Got it. I will be at NUN Sephardic congregation with Rabbi Ezra Towel.
Ah.
Oh, and second serve ace there from Elias. I think he looked back at us to make sure we got it.
We got it.
Beautiful, beautiful second serve ace. Charles did not see that coming. Look of bewilderment there. Just a great serve.
Joe, you ever see
So
the new
rare to see the
Allenhurst?
second serve ace. I do. Yes.
You've seen the new one.
I've been there. Yeah.
Beautiful job.
Unbelievable. And such a big part of this game is it's 30-love now, and it looks like Elias and Jeff are in cruise control for this whole game. Elias, one of the better servers in the tournament. It looks like I forgot what I was going to say. And you can see the communication behind the back of Jeffrey Sutton and Elias saying yes or no. And Jeffrey thought that one was going out. It stayed in. Cut return
Called it
there.
out.
I'll explain in a second. That one goes out.
So he's saying out meaning to his
Elias
teammates. He's
smiling.
not yelling.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
because I was like, why are
Usually I say bounce when I'm playing, but of course I'm no professional. I'm no Jeffrey Sutton.
Right. That's why you're over here and they're over there.
Exactly. 40-love. 3-0 first set. And you can hear Elias saying, okay, okay. And that's because behind Jeffrey's back is, oh, and that's a great return there from
Wow.
Isaac Sasson. The second time he caught Jeffrey Sutton poaching. And Jeffrey has nothing to do except for smile and kind of
Smiles all
walk back.
around. This Jeffrey guy, he's a smiley guy.
He's a smiley guy. See, you can see behind his back.
Yeah,
He
what
puts
is
down,
that?
That's trying to direct the serve or where to put the serve. So that time he put down his pinky, which is pointing towards the middle of the court.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and your
40,
catcher
15.
giving signs
40-15,
to a
3-0.
pitcher.
Just in there from Elias. Good job by Charles to get that back. Oh, and just a chop at it from Charles when he should have swung, and that'll be the game. 4-3. Elias and Sutton lead in the first set. And I just wanted to say, such an important thing about this game is how deep into the court Elias Abadi puts his ball. It is so, so deep. And Charles is doing a phenomenal job getting the ball back, but I don't know how long that can be sustained. Vic, you want to show our people the hat, the Roseld Court Invitational hat?
I would. I just don't want to move the camera
No,
too
just
much.
put it like in front of them, so they
Let's
see
if we can do
the hard
this.
work that went into this. Look at that design.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Look at that design,
So I was walking
RC
around with
instead
this
of
nice,
RG.
gorgeous white,
Champion.
green. What is that logo?
It's the Roland Garros French Open logo, Vic. It's usually RG, but they made it RC for Roseld Court.
I don't see an R. Barely a C. Oh, there's the R. Got
There
it.
you go.
All right, gorgeous. Joe is a big fan of showing hats at tournaments.
I am. Credit to Ralph Miz who gave me a hat and a pullover that had my name on it at
Wow.
the Center's Pro-Am. Unfortunately, it was in a size small.
Joey
I'm
Cohn
not.
is not a size small.
It's been a long time since I've been a size small. I am getting my weight down. I have been losing a couple pounds.
You have.
I have, but not a size small. So for future reference, not a size small.
Are we watching what we eat? Are we working out? What's our technique
A
here?
little bit of
Sleeping
both,
better?
a little bit of both. Watching what I'm eating. I haven't had a bagel all summer. I had
That's
not.
why you didn't have a bagel here.
Laying off the fried foods and a good poach there by Charles, but Jeffrey with the windshield wiper gets it back. Oh, and what a shot there by Elias. Risky shot, could have been going out, but Isaac went for it and hit it into the net. Love 5. Yeah, and not, I wouldn't say working out, but definitely being more active, playing a lot of tennis, going on walks on the
Walks.
boardwalk. Yeah, we go with my wife Barbara quite as many times as I can during the week, work
Golf?
dependent.
Or is that not really working out? Because
I
you
don't.
are a big golfer.
I'm a big golfer, but I don't really consider golf a workout unless I'm carrying my bag, which I do sometimes. Oh, and Charles just took his eye off it for a second there, kind of looking at where he wanted to go with it rather than what he was doing with the ball as it came onto his racket. Love 30 here, opening here for a baddie, and Sutton looking to break for the second consecutive time. This happened in Isaac Sassen's last service game, Love 30, and he managed to hold. Serve and volley. Oh, Jeffrey. And that is what it's all about here, Vic. Jeffrey Sutton went for his thing. He touched the net. He called it out right away. I don't even think that the chair umpire, Hector, saw it as great as he is. And Jeffrey just put his hands up. He said, I touched. And that was a huge point, Vic.
It
A huge
was.
point.
To be honest, at a time like this is not easy. Are you noticing
Back to the
Charles's
Australian
little
set.
shake?
Yes, he
Little
shakes.
elbow shake over here.
Little
While the serve's
elbow
going
shake.
on behind him.
Great serve there from Isaac, too wide. 30 all on the miscue from Jeffrey hitting the net. And now you have Isaac serving at 30 all, 2 straight points, looking to put it away. I thought I saw Rob Braha. Oh, there he is.
Coming
Rob
up from
Braha
behind to scare us.
joining us in the booth. Rob joined us in the first semifinal with, of course, as always, some brilliant insight. We've been watching Rob walk around with the leaf blower, doing a tremendous job.
My favorite part of the tournament, Rob and the leaf blower.
Just such high quality tennis. Oh. And an unbelievably excited Isaac Sasson wants this point. Rattled off 3 in a row after being down love 30, and this is exactly the same game script as the previous Isaac Sasson service game. Down love 30, rattles off 3 straight points. He would love to take this one. Just long.
Joe, I don't think you mentioned, but money over here is going straight to Jersey Shore Hatzalah. Very important organization here in the community, saving the lives, especially these last 2 years, of so many.
That's for sure, Vic, and nothing but the almost. And there it is, Charles Saka. Right place, right time, puts it away. 4 games all here. 5 games all.
Joe, you
Here in the
asked for a
first set.
close set. You got a close set.
It's very hard when you can't see the scoreboard, but they told us to come here anyway.
We
Here's
have
Charles. He
sweaty
says he needs
hands.
this one. Sweaty hands, wiping it off right underneath our camera.
The rain stopped, Baruch Hashem. That
Vic
was a
was about to
scary,
walk home.
scary couple of moments there.
5 games all. We can't really see the scoreboard, so we're trying to announce the score as much as possible. Are you sure it's 5 all? Didn't Jeffrey Sutton serve first? He didn't? I think you're right. 5 games all.
Joe, a little confused there.
It's really me going with the score based on my memory, which is really great. And there's a double fall from Jeffrey at not a great time.
So how does it work? Joe, you want to remind our fans watching when it's 5 up?
When it's 5 up, you just play regular to 7. And then if it ends up being 6 up, you play a tiebreak. And we'll explain the rules of the tiebreak once we get there. Oh, what a rip there from Jeffrey Sutton. Nice, low, dipping line drive rip. Too much for Charles to handle. 5:30.
Joe, speaking of dipping, you going to the ocean tomorrow?
The ocean. No, I'm not a big mikvah guy.
You're not a big dipper.
Not a big dipper.
Same here. At Rosh Hashanah, sometimes people dip.
Oh, another double there from Jeffrey. Not something that you see very often. Double break point here for Sack and Sasson. Charles walked over here at the end of the last game, said we need this game, and here's his chance.
We have some competition video
They have
over here by
already
Rob.
they have already broken the Jeffrey Sutton serve once. And there, that's long. That's long, confirmed by our chair umpire Hector, and another break point here that Jeffrey Sutton's trying to save on his serve. And to the ad side, he's been double faulting twice so far this game. So let's see what he can pull off. There it is. Great volley from Charles. Just long, and we're at deuce. We're at deuce here. Oh, I apologize. Game. Apologies for that. We were a little caught off guard by the Sutton hold there. Apologies, we got thrown off by the doubles. We're here at 6-5. 6-5. Charles Saka to serve. Jeffrey Sutton holding more comfortably than we had originally thought. And that's on us. A little distracted by the presence of our very own tournament host, Rob Braha, here, who's now in the middle of the court walking it. Just making sure that the conditions are primed and ready to go again. We'll have a finals match here tomorrow with one of these teams competing against the powerhouse of Jack Sit and Joey Dweck. Charles not happy with that, but a phenomenal return there from Elias Abadi. Just a great return. And this is their chance. They're smelling blood. They'd rather not go to a tiebreak here. Love 5. 5 serving 6. Great serve there from Charles. Return from Jeffrey Sales long. And again, not being near the scoreboard has been causing us a little bit of issue. But we're doing our best here.
Joe, I just got a call from the missus.
Mm.
My wife, who lives on Roseld,
Oh, yes.
not too far away, said it is raining there
Aha.
and to beware.
That is very interesting.
Very nice of her to check in on me, asking if I need a lift.
Oh. I would honestly, I think she's right that it probably will start raining here in a second.
I'm seeing the rain again.
5-0. 5-6. Ooh, good serve there from Charles. Great return from Elias Abadi. Ooh, and just a great point there. Excellent serve out wide there from Charles. The Elias Abadi special off the tape out wide. Great return from Elias. Top spin return almost out into the left side alley. A volley, and then into the net from Elias. Just a tremendous point. 35. And this set, all of a sudden, looks hellbound for a tiebreak. The Aussie set, which they've been doing on to Jeffrey Sutton. Let's see. First serve so critical. Oh, and the return from Saka. Out wide. Good, booming, heavy ball there from Jeffrey. And we got 30 all. 30 all, 5-6, first set, second semifinal. Roseld Court Invitational. Winner plays Jackson and Joey Dweck tomorrow morning, bright and early. Erev Rosh Hashanah. Another good serve there from Charles. And the return sails long. Game point here from a tie break.
Joe, to put things into perspective, the last match we watched was an hour and 10 minutes in total.
Yeah, and I think it was even less.
This is 50 minutes right now. We're not done with the first set.
Yep. And it looks like we're even going to go to a tie break, which will last even longer. Oh, just long. Just long. Good call there from Elias. And Charles calls off the Aussie set on the second serve. A strategy we see employed very often. Good second serve. Just sails along, and we're at deuce. A chance, a slight chance here for Elias and Jeffrey. Can't believe it's raining. You know, you think you caught finally a good Shabbat weather day yesterday, Vic.
First all summer.
And then on Sunday, it just rains.
It's not pouring. We're doing good so far, but not gonna lie, getting a little nervous.
I'm gonna put this under my shirt if
I
it
don't
comes
know
to
if I'd
that.
rather get water damage or go under Joey's shirt.
Oh, and good poach there from Isaac, but Elias is right there. Just sneaks over the net, and oh my! Elias to set up a set point there. Gets a little bit of help from his friend, the net. A good poach there from Isaac, and the forehand from Elias down the line just sneaks over the net. And then the last one hits it out of the reach of Sasson, and a set point here for Elias and Jeff. Out of nowhere, Vic, we thought we were headed towards a tie break at 6-all. Buckle up, set point. Ooh, one serve. Am I sitting on my hat? Yeah, I am. Set point. Oh, I thought that was good, but it was called out, and that's the set. 7-5. 7-5. Hector will come and check it. Hector will come and check the spot. And there's the call. And it was out. A very serious check there. Isaac Sasson coming over to look at it. Didn't love the call. 7-5. First set to Elias Abadi and Jeffrey Sutton. And a round of applause from the crowd and a round of applause from Vic just for the high quality set of tennis there. And look, that was as close of a set that didn't go to a tiebreak as you will ever see. Just tremendous quality of play from both sides. At the end of the day, 3 breaks. Charles Saka broken in the last game to drop the set 7-5. But
is that a third shirt that he's putting on now? Third shirt.
Another shirt change from Jeffrey Sutton, and it looks like he's going for a colorful shirt. I think
we're
we
under
saw this
over
one
5.
at the Pro-Am.
Under over 5.
This tournament, this game?
This match.
Under. Slightly under.
Slightly under. She's looking at 4. This is his third. Wind's picking up a little. Joe, you got any plans later?
I'm trying to convince my wife to attend the U.S. Open. As today's probably the only day you can go.
Right, a lot of holidays coming up.
A lot of holidays, and then like your only other option is either the women's semifinal where you only get to watch one match on Thursday night, or the finals on Sunday, which are you can imagine how expensive those will be.
Right.
So
Thursday. What time Thursday?
Thursday night, 7 o'clock.
Time's the fast over. We got Gedalia this Thursday.
Yeah, Gedalia, but you know you can break Gedalia. There's the kosher stand, so you can you can break Gedalia on a nice dog pastrami sandwich, even though they only put like 2 pieces of pastrami in there. Again, here we are, second semifinal. Jeffrey Sutton and Elias Abadi, perhaps with a slight upset, took the first set 7-5.
They seem to be in zero rush here, even though we have what are we looking at? 60% chance.
He said 60% chance.
60% chance.
So
here
just win this one 6-0, so he could leave.
Right now, you see the time. We're at 11:50. Light rain stopping in 5 minutes, starting again 47. Not sure what that means.
Means we got to finish this thing in 47 minutes.
They don't seem to be in any rush.
Elias just told me it would be faster if they had a ball boy, referencing my time as a ball boy during the practice.
Oh, we started already. Wow. That was fast. Got 2 bars left on the battery here.
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I have some more batteries.
Oh, and that looked long, but no call there from Charles. Isaac coming across, probably not the right move, taking a step back for the overhead. 5-love. Again, first set to Abadi and Sutton, 7 games to 5. We were warned. We were warned about the Abadi and Sutton team that they could be a dark horse to win this whole thing.
This was the first set all tournament that Sack Assassin has lost.
That's right. That's right, Vic. Wow. Jeffrey, no problem there. If only the fence was like 10 feet further back, Isaac Sasson would have a shot at that, but it isn't, and it's 30-love, just like that. Elias has probably been the most consistent server on court today. Doing a great job, not getting broken. And you see that finger out from Jeffrey, which indicates he's going to go down the tee here. Yep. Backhand from Charles, good return. Easy volley there for Sasson. Another one, a little bit of a dropper. And the lob from Abadi. Oh my gosh, right on the back of the tape. Just good, and a smile from Jeffrey Sutton. I think he's just been smiling the whole time.
They make it look so easy. I'll tell you, as a rookie tennis player myself, a backhand is not easy.
That was a very difficult shot that Elias Abadi just executed perfectly onto the back of the tape. 40 love.
Got a finger.
40
Finger
love.
pointing.
Ooh, second serve.
Little to no camera movement here.
Generally, that's how it's done.
That's what they want. And that's what I will do.
Game point here for Elias and Jeff. Serve is wide. Always a question of when you move to get the ball.
Right.
Do you go get the ball? Do you want to just focus on your second serve?
It's a light hesitation always.
Yep. But it's a great second serve. Elias Abadi's second serve is just one of the more impressive I've seen in the Yep. The return and the lunge forward throws Charles off just a little bit. Game to Abadi and Sutton. They lead 1-game-to-love in the second set. They won the first set 7-games-to-5. Charles, Vic, I'm getting concerned. I'm seeing a slight limp from Charles. A slight limp. I don't know if that's just the way he walks.
I'm telling you, I'm not concerned.
Not concerned.
Not concerned. He's got to save his energy. Again, Rosh Hashanah, Shahrit, and Musaf.
So it's a preemptive limp.
Yeah.
Preemptive limp.
Yeah. I mean, at least I think so.
What do you think a gig like that pays?
It's got to pay. I mean, they're in demand.
I could probably do it, I think. You think I could do it?
I mean, first of all, you got to have the knowledge of the actual Hazanu. But beyond that, you got to have the stamina. You think you have the stamina?
I think I have the stamina. I definitely have the knowledge.
I barely have the stamina for the Amidah itself.
I think I can do it. Yom Kippur, that's the question mark. Yom Kippur is the question mark for me. I don't think I could do Yom Kippur.
You could start as a guy on the side of them.
I could do the side.
Side guy is fairly easy. You get 2 to 3 lines.
Side guy, you say like Shira Ma'alot Mimam Hakim. And then what else do? You sing you do that one.
You give out some anenus.
That's a great point there. Love the crowd. You give out the anenus, and then before there's like a little paragraph before like Keter and Musaf.
Yeah. But you can never really say it because you're still in the first Amidah.
Yeah. And then you start the Le'adam for the crowd, for the crowd to get involved. Missed first serve there from Sasson. Love 5. This is key. Ooh. Good cutting cross-court forehand there from Isaac Sasson. 5-all. And this is the most comfortable start he's had to his service game so far today.
I don't know if you're noticing, but Rob is whipping out chairs like he is producing them in his house. He is just, I don't know how many more chairs he has. Maybe like another, he just took out like another 30 chairs.
Good serve there from Isaac. Elias trying to go alley. Charles ready for it. And the shot from Isaac goes long. 15:30.
We just hit the 1 hour mark.
Mabruk Alek. 1 hour into this blockbuster semifinal here. Trying to figure out if my wife's coming.
You have a car?
I do.
And she has a car.
I probably borrow a.
Ooh, just out. Notice Hector got his sweatshirt on because he has a sweatshirt in deal.
I do not.
It's important to have a sweatshirt in deal.
Oh, and Jeffrey goes for the big return on the second serve. Just into the net. 30 all. Love won. Second set. First set to Sutton and Abadi by a score of 7-5. Isaac needs a big one here. See that toss, and he knew it. That toss was just too far behind his head for him to get any juice on it. Couldn't get it over the net, and he knew it. Just let that one drop.
Got the elbow shake going on for
Serve and
Charles.
volley. Oh, and the return from Elias just wide. He knew what he had to do from the serve and volley. And Elias was ready for it, just to yank the return a little bit long. Good strategy there from Isaac. Vic, you always want to be mixing things up. You don't want anyone to be like totally ready for what you're going to do. So that was a good job by Isaac there. Game point.
Expect the unexpected. Le balbilita satan.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Le Arbev.
That too.
Oh, just long.
That's why we keep standing and sitting and standing and sitting. Satan is not going to know what hit him.
And here we are at deuce. Seems like every game has gone to deuce thus far. You wonder if Isaac's going to go for the serve and volley here again. Nope. There's the topspin. Yep, and I'll point something out in a moment. Great point as the forehand from Sack goes into the net. Not happy with himself. Break point for Sutton and Abadi. But you'll see, when Elias hit a deep, booming forehand, he yelled at Jeffrey, go. What does that mean? Jeffrey took over at the net and got the volley. Good job by Sasson and Saka to get it back, but that's the communication that's key to victory, and that's what helped Jeffrey Sutton win at the Center's Pro-Am tournament. Great first serve there from Isaac. Great first serve at a key point of the match. Back to deuce we go at Love 1. First set, again, to Sutton and Abadi, 7-5. Wet first service.
Rain stopped.
BH.
Rain's on, off. Expect the unexpected. Confuse the Satan.
Oh, good serve there from Isaac. Going down the tee for the first time. Oh, and that just goes out. Jeffrey Sutton, such a solid player at the net. So solid today. Keep going at him. Probably not the right move, but then again, you probably don't want to mess with the ground strokes of Elias Abadi. Break point. Aussie set for the deal, boys. Break point. On the first serve, which had helped Isaac so much so far this game, is not an option now. Oh my gosh. Just in off the tape. And that's a break of serve for Abadi and Sutton. What a freaking point. A couple hitting of the nets. A rip from Elias.
Joe, give me the rundown on the hand signals of what's in, outside.
In, flat hand.
Flat hand is in.
Finger up, out.
Got it.
In, out.
All right. A lot of hand movements I was unaware of.
Got some ball retrieval here.
So pending the negative test, how does it work with the Lulabenetrog? Do you travel with it or do you purchase one in Italy?
We order one in advance from Italy. Good question, Vic. We're actually doing that today.
So they're going to bring it to the hotel.
Correct.
Rome?
Forte de Marmi, it's called. That's crazy. That's crazy from Jeffrey. Crazy get from Sasson. Oh, drop volley. Oh, my God. What hands there from Elias. Unreal.
That was disgusting. He needs to apologize before Rosh Hashanah because that was wow.
Jeffrey, just to get back, unreal. You can't believe what you're seeing here. 2 games to love. First point, just crazy point. 2 games to love. Take a breather here. Crazy get there from Isaac Sasson. And just a put away of epic proportions. Just the net play from Elias, that drop volley. And there's a double fault. And that was not the best. There's never a good time for a double, Vic. Never, ever a good time. But Jeffrey Sutton seems to be having a little bit of trouble with his serves today. Let's see. See if he can pull it together, especially to the ad side. Oh, and there it is. Vic, why don't you retrieve that ball for him, Vic? There's some cheering from the crowd. A huge, huge return there from Charles Saka after some encouragement from, who is that, his father?
I would assume so.
Sounded like his father. I can't see again. There's a net fence in my way. And I keep dropping my headphones. Good rip there from Sasson. Jeffrey's ground strokes are just too strong sometimes. Jeffrey's ground strokes are what led him to victory at the Center's Pro-Am tournament. And the exultation on his face was just awesome to watch. Dirty all. Oh, here we go. A big yell from the boys. And there's the ball coming down through the trees. Good catch by Joey Dweck. Back into play. Break point here for the Deal boys. And this is how it went last set. There was a break of serve, and then there was a break back immediately. My foot fell asleep. Oh, and just trying the wrong way was Isaac. Going to Elias Abadi, who's so sure-handed at the net. And right away he said, my bad. Elias put that deep. There was just no chance. You can't go at the net guy. Give him that easy of a forehand volley, especially when the net guy's Elias Abadi. Deuce. Ooh, and a jump up there from Charles. Aggressive strategy on the serve of Jeffrey, which is probably smart as that ball lands long. Another break point here for Isaac and Charles. Isaac on the return. Key return coming here, and Isaac knows, just like the rest of us, that Jeffrey has had trouble serving to the ad side. See how aggressive Isaac is here. Standard start point, but the key will be if he jumps forward. He doesn't, lays back. Smartly doesn't go at a baddie there. Good pickup volley. Out goes the volley from Saka. Not happy with himself again, rehearsing the motions. We gotta put it away, says Charles, says Isaac. Deuce. Huge point game here at 2-0. 2 serving 0. They already won the first set 7-5. Charles taking a super aggressive line on Jeffrey's second serve. That's a great shot into the alley. And Charles's shot just leaks wide right. Now it's on Isaac's chance. 2 break points squandered here, maybe 3. This is huge. Chance to hold serve for Jeffrey. Just had a little bit of trouble doing so. Oh, off the net. Oh, and just off the top of the net. The inability to put it away. Great volley there from Jeffrey. 3 games to love. A huge hold of serve. Opportunities squandered there for the Deal boys. And Vic, how are we looking on the weather?
Joe, I'm glad you asked. Looking here. It says it cleared up. Light chance of rain in the next hour. Right now we're at 12:05. About 40 minutes, maybe a drop, but we should be fine.
Any plans for you the rest of the day, Vic? What do we got on tap?
So I got to run to my office to empty these cards, charge up for tomorrow, and do a quick edit in a video.
Anything of note? Anything we should know about? What do we got tomorrow?
Oh, I might play tennis later today
That's fun.
with Mary. This got me in the tennis spirit tomorrow. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff you got to finish up. Usually Monday's a very busy day at
Labor
the
Day
office. Just a lot of stuff, emails over the weekends you got to catch up on. You have the holiday that night. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be I'm running from this tournament to the office. Got to quickly get some things done there. Generally, on the holidays, I don't really take off for the American holidays. July 4th.
What about
Labor
your
Day, Memorial.
employees? Your non-Jewish employees? Do they get off for the American holidays or?
Depends. He's currently out of town. One of my main employees, Eve.
Eve.
He is in France
Oh,
for
the home
2
country?
weeks. The home country. So we planned it perfectly. He had to go, and we said let's do it around the holiday time here.
very smart.
But otherwise, it's holiday season is upon us. We got Tashlich coming up Tuesday night. Is that Sammy Saka coming to say hello?
Nope, going the other way.
Going the other way. And that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Back to the action. We're at Love serving 3 in the second set. 1 break. Huge game here for Charles to hold. Good first serve to start it off.
Communication wins games. You saw that?
Yep. Oh, and just a booming forehand. Another one. We've seen them from Jeffrey. Perhaps having a little bit of trouble on the service side today, but his ground strokes have been so strong in that forehand, it's very hard to get back. Once it sinks below the top of the net, you have almost no chance. He goes for that one again, Jeffrey. And his smile on his face, he really did. If you get that in, that's not coming back, but that's the risk you run, sending it so far deep.
Joe, who do you got in the U.S. Open?
I don't
Winning it
get
all.
anyone. I just always say Djokovic, even though I hate him.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite player ever in tennis, or what?
No.
I would like for like an unknown guy to win. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. Tough there from Elias. 2 straight returns missed by Sutton and Abadi, respectively. So here we are at 35. Important point here for Charles. An easy hold, move on, and try to break the serve of Abadi, which has proven extremely difficult to do. The Australians set here for the deal, boys. They like to do this onto the ad side.
What does that mean for those who don't understand and are watching?
You see how Charles and Isaac are both on the same side of the court?
Yes.
Oh, and
Ooh.
that is the return to do. Jeffrey Sutton, the short ball below the net again. Jeffrey Sutton sitting a ground stroke. If you're at the net, once it leaves the top of the net and it goes below that, there's no chance of you getting the ball back.
So they're Australian.
No, now they're not.
Oh, right, because he's serving to that side. What is the advantage of doing that?
Well, first of all, the biggest advantage I always believe is it switches things up. Huge volley there from Isaac.
Huge.
Great volley. Found the hole in the middle of the court. Jeffrey was guarding the alley. Elias knows he didn't get over to the center enough. And Isaac saw the opening, went for it, and now we got a game point to get on the scoreboard here in the second set.
I think we know who the fans are rooting for, Joe.
I think they're rooting for a third set, just like we are. I know you're only rooting for a third set if it doesn't rain. Oh, just out.
Yeah, so you tell me the advantages and disadvantages of
Oh, yes.
Australia.
The number one advantage is that it switches things up. You give the other team a different look. They don't know. They don't expect it.
All right, but nothing really
practical. The
practical.
second thing is you kind of basically, 1 second. That was off the tape. Huge serve there from Charles. Another game point to get on the scoreboard here. Oh, the serve was out?
Was it?
Oh, I thought it was on the tape. I guess it was
Yeah,
out.
folks, watch that again
You
on.
can run it back.
Just rewind. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Could be wrong. Oh, good shot there by Charles. Nice and deep. That's the point of the game. And a good volley show put on there by Isaac. And here you are, game point, must-win point. Back to the Australian set. You basically guarantee that you know where the return's going to go. Because if there's two guys on one side of the court, the return almost always is going to go to the other side of the court.
Right.
So you're ready for that. They elect not to go in the Australian set.
Joe, I said it before. The fans clearly have a favorite here.
Looks like Jeffrey Sutton's children are strolling in. I know his son Mars. I think I was a substitute counselor in camp once. Just missed. Big, big point here. Charles must win. Good second serve. Really solid. Good volley there from Isaac. But Elias at the net is just too good. He went right at both of them.
That was
The
nasty.
drop volley, absolutely filthy from Elias Abadi, who's putting on a clinic in net play today. And we're back to deuce. 3 games to love. No break points in this game yet, but you have to imagine that if Elias and Jeffrey break this game, there won't be a third set. Needs a first serve. There it is. Beautiful serve. Beautifully done there by Charles and Isaac. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Isaac Sasson touched the net on his overhead, and that gives a break point to Jeffrey and Elias. That is the last way you want to see a break point awarded. And they'll take a second to just reconvene, get it together. Everything's fine. You can win a point here. You can win a point here, even though for both teams the ad side has proven extremely difficult to win points on and hold serve. Charles and Isaac can do it. Let's see. Starts with a first serve, which missed. Vic, you're going to have to do some ball collection.
Try to keep it inside the gate.
Huge second serve here coming up for Charles. Oh, and the volley from Isaac goes into the net. The touch on the overhead proves costly, and it's just like that, Vic. 4 games to nothing for Sutton and Abadi on a put-away overhead. Abadi and Sutton pretty much can't even believe it. A put-away overhead that went off the court, Vic, and you lose that point because of a touch. It just sucks. You hate to see it.
We're almost due for a shirt change, I would say.
Yeah, but they're not changing sides yet. But I do agree. The shirt's getting a little sticky on Jeffrey. He's ready to move on to the next Adidas shirt.
He also hasn't taken a sip of his afternoon noon.
Noon. As it now
noon
is.
Noon as in Samich Ayin.
It is the afternoon.
All right. So he just motioned to him.
4
but he didn't
games.
See it. He did a hand thing.
4 games to love. Must break here for Saka and Sasson. And on the serve of Elias Abadi, that is no easy task. Approaching the net. There's the lob. Oh, the no-look cross-court forehand volley there from Jeffrey Sutton.
Wow.
Toying around with him. Looking one way, going the other way. Vic, did you catch that?
That was incredible. Littleton on camera movement. We caught it.
Generally how it's done. That was something special from Jeffrey. They're pulling out all the stops here. They want to go home. They want to enjoy their Sunday. Ooh. Serve just missed. And you see how hard that serve was. It comes all the way back onto the court. 5-love. 4-0. Let second service. Oh, right into the waiting arms of Jeffrey. Oh, and that's too good. That's too good. Jeffrey with a smile to Elias. Jeffrey just smiling all over the place. Talking about something that they practiced earlier today. They need a ball. Hector from the chair. 2 bounces, no good. You gotta get 1 bounce. That's how they do it at the Open. Hector knew it too. Anyway, 5-all here for serving Love in the second set. First set again to Abadi and Sutton. Elias Abadi yet to get broken. Just an unbelievable server. And the second serve is one of the more impressives at that. Catches the back of the tape and confounds, confuses, and befuddles Saka. Can't get it back. 35. Just, this is a clinic. This is a clinic.
Joe, I gotta say, it's very impressive having these fans. Looking around, a lot of them have nothing to do with the players who are here.
Yep.
They're just here to watch some high-quality tennis.
Yep, and that's what it is. This is really just high-quality tennis. The scoreboard is not indicative of how good the points have been. Just missed. 30-all here. And, Vic, the style of play that we saw in this game contrasts with the style of play of this team of Sid and Dweck so heavily. Sid and Dweck are fast. They're aggressive. They're hard-hitting. These guys are a little bit more willing to stay back, maybe not hit the living daylights out of the ball, just make sure it goes to the spot that they want. I'd be interested to see either of these teams take on Sid and Dweck tomorrow morning. 30-all, huge point here. And there's the topspin of Abadi. Oh, and Jeffrey Sutton leaves his post. Abadi can't get there. And here's a break point. This is so important. They blew 3 earlier. This is one that they need, probably for them, the most important point for the Deal Boys of the day so far. Down 4-0 in the second set. Already dropped the first set. This could be the momentum shifter that they need. Break point on the serve of Elias Abadi, who is no cakewalk to break. Just a great serve. Lob return there from Isaac. They switch sides. Oh, and the overhead from the baseline from Elias unbelievably goes long. And there's a break of serve for Isaac and Charles. 4-1 here in the second set. And only a single break. They'll look to consolidate. But
Joe,
so
we got
far,
1 bar left of battery. Do you recommend a battery swap now?
I would say
When's the next break?
Another 2 games. I think we can.
It just went down to 1, so we do have a bit of time.
We got some time.
So you got 2 more games. We have shirt number 4 coming on. I repeat, shirt number 4 is coming on.
Is that Rob Braha peeing in the corner?
It definitely could be. Let's shift to here so we don't see that. No, maybe
I think
was
he's
just
done.
getting
He was
something
just
else.
checking to see the deer.
Let's see who we got in the crowd. A lot of familiar faces. Nice sized crowd. I'll tell you, Joe, it's tough to get a crowd for tennis because it's not like a sport. It's a 5-on-5 like basketball or football or one of these sports where there's so many people on the court playing. You got to imagine each guy who's playing at least brings, let's say, their parents. If they're married, maybe a kid, siblings. You have a handful from each. But when it comes to a larger sport, you're going to have much more fans because there's so many people on the court. Here in tennis, it's hard to get a crowd. There's only 4 guys on the court, but they're getting it. So we have a yellow shirt now.
I wonder if that's distracting at all. Give a little chizik there to Isaac and Charles. Charles, obviously a friend of the program. Huge break back there from those guys. Again, Isaac Sasson serving at 1-4 in the second set.
I just want to state for the record, if the battery does die within these 2 games, it is completely Joey Cohen's fault because he recommended that I not swap out the battery.
Yes. I'll take that blame. I'll take that blame. One four here. Isaac to serve. Good serve there, and the return goes wide. There you go. Quick service points is exactly what they need. Hazan, Charles Saka, trying not to scream too much, wants to hold on to his
You
voice
have to save your
for
voice.
Roshana.
Joe, you think they have a shot at this?
Vic, I've seen crazy things happen on a tennis court. Anything's possible. And the
Odds
Deal
are
guys have
heavily
such a
against them.
distinct service motion. Yes, the odds are heavily against them. Down a set and 2 breaks. They got 1 back. See how they do here. Again, Jeffrey Sutton, ground strokes. Just booming. Oh, and that is just so unlucky. Ugh. That is just a net point, and we said it from the beginning that the net seemed to be helping out the team of Sutton and Abadi quite a bit. And it's proven true, and that was an easy put-away volley there for Isaac Sasson. Unfortunately, hits the net, goes over his head, and we're at 5-all. Just great tennis. It's been a pleasure to watch. Serve just long. Getting a little bit of feedback here, Vic.
How long has that been?
Just now.
Is it the airplane?
Oh, I guess it could be the airplane. There is an airplane. Excuse the feedback. Meanwhile, a fantastic point of tennis going on right now. Forehand to forehand, topspin to topspin.
It's like it's singles out there.
Yep, you can see Jeffrey Sutton waiting for the opportunity to do exactly that.
Ooh.
Isaac got there, but he goes into the net. Jeffrey was waiting for his moment to strike. He had come over into the center of the court one time. Isaac didn't notice, so didn't go down the line. Jeffrey that time staying put, ready for the shot from Isaac, and puts it away. And just like that, 15-30, and Jeffrey and Elias are looking at a break back. Australian set. Oh! What a point of tennis there. Elias Abadi, I don't know how he got that second volley back. Isaac finally getting a little bit of benefit from the net, which had been plaguing him the whole day. What a point. What a point. Elias so solid at the net. What a crazy, I don't even know. His hands were behind his back. That was something. 30-all. Huge point that was. Huge. Team meeting. Vic, what are they saying, Vic?
I don't know.
We got to get John Boy here to read the lips.
Airplane's gone, so
Yeah,
we have no
you hear
more
the feedback. No,
Still
there's
good?
another. There's an airplane now. I hear it. Oh, both guys went for that volley, and it just goes out. A little bit miscommunication there, and a break point for Elias and Jeffrey, if I'm keeping track of the score correctly, which
Could be very off.
unfortunately I haven't been doing a great job of it, but I'm doing my best.
You watch the show Manifest?
Australians, I watched the first episode, seemed a little stupid, so I dropped it.
You know, airplanes, Manifest. It's all right.
Oh, and the return from Jeffrey. Good serve there by Isaac in the Australian set. Jeffrey cannot believe it. Looks like a tennis ball in his own right back there with that bright yellow shirt. More planes. Excuse the feedback. Jumping up and down, getting loose, staying loose. Deuce here at 1-4 in the second set. Abadi and Sutton won the first set 7-5. Deuce. Oh, and Elias Abadi picks the right time to go to Saka. May have taken his eye off it there for a second. Not thrilled. But here we go. Huge break point opportunity here for Sutton and Abadi that could potentially put this match all but over. Australian set. Charles will take one step back, and he'll do his little shake. See how aggressive Charles is at the net here after a couple of miscues. Here's Isaac. Isaac and Jeffrey. There it is. Charles Saka. You got to put it behind you, and that's exactly what Charles did, putting the volley away. Back to deuce. Charles, a huge weight off his shoulder, executing that volley perfectly. And past to Batty, who you never really know he could somehow get these things back. Oh, ball on the court. See, that's something Vic I just can't do. The hit it down so it bounces up and you get it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
usually do the foot. The foot is my move.
I feel like the foot is so much more effort than just bending down.
I don't agree.
So much more focus.
Again, Vic, I'll point it out. The toss from Isaac there wasn't great. It's behind his head. Just let that drop. Take a deep breath and take a new one would be my advice. Nothing on that second serve. Still puts it into play. And just the deep shots there from Elias. Can't believe that from Isaac went in. Great shot. These guys will go back and forth all day long. Lob from Elias. Charles overhead. Just long. And you see how far back in the court he is there. It's not easy to hit an overhead. And the sun came out probably at the worst possible time for Charles Sack if we're talking about hitting an overhead. So I don't know what the play is there. And that's the break of serve. 5 games to 1. Oh, no, not a break of serve. I knew it. Ed out, I think. I don't
Score.
know. Huh.
Score.
I was right. Ed out. Vic
You're
is
welcome,
disrupting. Vic is disrupting play. He didn't need to do it.
Yeah, I didn't need to do it. Joey just didn't know the score.
I did know the score. Ed
and
out.
then when I got the score, he didn't say thank you. He blamed me.
All right. Thank you, Vic.
Interrupting.
Huge
my
point.
apple.
And big serve there from Isaac. Huge point. Charles Saka, the more reserved of the two deal boys, but getting himself pumped up there. Huge point coming up at deuce, 1 serving 4. Oh, and Elias Abadi, an uncharacteristic backhand miscue off a slow first serve. And here we go. Isaac seems to just be trying to get that first serve in.
So, Joe, I can't tell if the crowd is in favor of them or just in favor of a more interesting, longer, and maybe even third set.
I think for the most part they prefer just good tennis. Good serve there from Isaac. Oh, Elias Abadi coming over at the perfect time. Good hands there for the drop volley out of everybody's reach. Elias Abadi at the net, a force to be reckoned with. And we are back to deuce. Good serve there from Isaac, but in a better return. There's the lob. Elias has got it. Oh, and it lands in right in front of the feet of Jeffrey Sutton, who thought it was going long. Game point here for the Deal Boys to get back to 4-2 to consolidate their own break of serve.
By the way, 4-2, not bad.
4-2 not bad. 4-2 not bad, especially considering that it was 4-0.
4-2, right back in it. Big game. 5-1
Australian
or 4-2.
set.
Big game.
Second serve coming up here for Isaac. Went for a first that time. Had been taking it a little bit easy earlier. They don't come out of the Australian for the second serve. Oh, you can't believe what you're seeing. Elias Abadi, the ball stayed on his racket.
Yeah,
It was like a carry in volleyball.
Is there such thing as a carry?
There's no such thing. That was unbelievable. He's like a double hit, but it's legal if it's in the same motion. No problem.
It was in the same motion, but if we were playing basketball, the ref is blowing his whistle and saying, I'm sorry, that's a carry.
Back to deuce here. Just a crazy, crazy game, an extremely important one as well as Rob Braz joining from behind us. Last time Rob came, we messed up the score. Deuce now, though. Isaac going for the serve and volley there. Gigantic point. As Rob knows, that's why he's here. Deuce at 1 serving 4. Oh, look how far up Elias is on the second serve. Might have messed with Isaac there. Look how far up Elias is.
Yeah.
Not respecting the second serve at all. and then he takes a couple steps back, trying to play a little bit of the mental game. Oh, and again, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe the racket faces face down, but the volley goes into the net. Good job by Jeffrey. You pick onto Jeffrey. He puts it right at Charles's racket, and Charles maybe taking his eye off it just a second too early. Back into the Australian set. We got Ed out, 1 serving 4 here in the second of best of 3 sets. Abadi and Sutton won the first set 7-5. Huge, huge point here. This is the difference between 5-1 and 4-2.
And 4-2. Crazy difference.
Oh my God. Unbelievable volley from Charles Saka. Jeffrey Sutton put everything he had into that forehand, and Charles, who had been having just a little bit of trouble with the volleys, somehow gets that one back.
Incredible.
Elias was as shocked as the rest of us that booming forehand from Jeffrey came back, and he put it into the net. Usually so. 4-1 deuce. Charles lets that one go. Has to get back into position. Just a factor of being slightly out of position there for Charles. Thought it was going out. Ended up staying in. You get fooled, Rob. You get fooled by that topspin from the Elias Abadi forehand. Sometimes you think it's going out. Just drops right in there.
Speaking of dipping, Rob, are you dipping tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm a big dipper.
Big dipper.
Rob is a big dipper.
I am not a big dipper.
In these conditions, you gotta dip.
You gotta dip. I'm not a big dipper. I didn't even dip for my wedding. Unbelievable! Unbelievable tennis!
Wow.
Charles Saka with such a good job to get that back. Oh my, and Elias Abadi just with the hands. That's what we were talking about. A booming, booming forehand return from Jeffrey, and we're at 5-1 now. And this is all but over. That was just some tennis. Some tennis. And we're back, I think.
Sorry about that. Just had to do a quick battery swap. So we may have missed that first point, or part of the first point.
Tremendous feedback here. Tremendous. Not sure what's going on, but we have some feedback. Now it's gone. Shot from Isaac goes wide. Again, a must-win game here for Isaac and Charles. On the serve of Jeffrey Sutton, who has been able to be broken so far today. Got a little bit of feedback. All the planes going by, causing some feedback. Can't hear anything. And there's the shot from Jeffrey wide. Here we go. A let's go from both Charles and Isaac. Everybody quiet here, sensing the magnitude of the moment. Second serve for Jeffrey. Good volley there, but Elias at the net is such a force to be reckoned with. Out goes the volley. 30 all, I believe. 5:40 is the score here. 5:40, a chance to break back again at 5 serving 1 in the second set, best of 3. Abadi and Sutton won the first. Abadi, it's always a shock when he misses a net play, and he's just as shocked as we are. Here's Jeffrey. Serve just out. Sutton. Second service. We got, this is a huge point here. Oh, and there it is, the break of serve there, 5-2. The crowd getting them back into it after dropping the first set and getting broken in a crazy game there. 5-2.
Very quick game. Less
Very
than
quick.
3-minute game, and we want to
And a
just
break of
welcome
serve.
to the premise Barbara Schwartzbart-Cohen. Barbara, it's great to have you here.
What's up?
Nice to be here. I'm in a very bad spot. They would not let me park here. The guy said I can only be here max like 2 minutes, so I just wanted to come say hi.
Okay, so park deeper in the driveway.
Can't.
I can't.
There's no.
She's saying there's no parking spots, but we were
This is
saying
the biggest
before how
driveway in the
there's...
country.
In the middle of nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
there's nowhere to park under their sign.
Yeah, by the way, there is no street parking anywhere.
Literally, the spot that the last spot that I could be in, and the guy told me the match is going to be ending, and everybody.
Who told you that, Rob?
Everybody getting out realized I'm not.
Took a sip of noon, it looks like.
1 minute.
A sip of
Repping-
noon there for Jeffrey Sutton. Who
Repping
told
a
you that
yellow
guy?
shirt.
There's a guy like standing up there.
Barbara a little overwhelmed about the parking situation here, but that just
What are you
shows
thinking
how
about the U.S. Open
successful
tonight?
this
They said it's going to be a
tournament has
sick
been.
match. Jackson's going to be there.
Here's my dilemma. Do I hear my dilemma? Am I on the mic?
No.
Yep, you guys are on the mic.
Yeah, but you can't hear her.
Do you want to go to eat first and then go?
Yeah. Go to Abe
We're
for-
getting
at
a
2:30 for
line
2 hours. Be ready to
cleaning.
go, and when we leave Abe, we go to the
So
Open.
Rob clearly thinking that this is going to go a while longer.
Well, I'm not going to buy tickets till we're there anyway.
It could be one more game until
Thanks for
we're
coming.
done for the day, but Rob, just in
Thanks for
case, is making sure that things are staying clean here on Roseld Court. Again, it could be just one game left.
There could be one game left.
And of course, you guys are going to join us right after for some quick interviews.
Every tournament, Vic, just to point out again, 2 serving 5 here. Second set of a best of 3. The first set went to Sutton and a baddie, 7 games to 5. Every tournament needs a guy to be in charge of court maintenance. Usually you see Albert C. Beta here. Taking the mantle today at the 3rd Grand Slam of the summer is Rob Braha himself, tournament host. And it's just it's a masterclass. Look at this court. Perfectly watered, perfectly shaded, perfectly lined, perfectly swept. Just in pristine condition, the best tennis condition you can ask for. And Vic, the most important thing when you're playing a tennis tournament, you want the play to decide the winner. You don't want the court to decide the winner. You don't want the weather to decide the winner. And that's what we feel like is happening here. Good serve from Sack, unfortunately, just nipped the net. Let huge game here, 2 serving 5. Oh, and just as I said it, here's the sun. Advantage to the server. Just long goes the shot from Saka. A little wide as well. For those of you who missed it, just had a conversation with my wife. She asked to decide later about the U.S. Open. I'm fine with that. I would really like to go. I recently just got an urge to go. Saka. Oh, and a great serve there. Too much for Jeffrey Sutton to handle. Watch out for the alcohol there in the bar. You don't want it to hit the deck. Some good options. Some Ekel as well. Oh, just long goes the serve. I don't think they love the call. Oh, a booming forehand up the middle there from Charles. It was good. They're looking at it. Some confusion.
I don't know if this is allowed because they touched the area.
No, you circle the area so that they know. Hector's having some trouble discerning. It looks like it was close. I thought it was good, but I don't know. It was damn close. And that's a huge point here. Calls it in, does Hector. I always appreciate Hector getting out of the chair.
It has to be clear enough to be overturned.
And
And if it wasn't clear enough, you can't overturn.
to the Australian set they go. 35 is the score. Huge, huge, huge point here. You want to have an easy hold here and get to 5-3. Charles really stepping up. Good get there. Put it away. Put it away. Oh, and the backhand overhead from Charles Saka. The drop What massive hands there from Charles. 45 here, and the crowd's going nuts. Elias with a smile. Happy to see his opponent succeed there, I think. Just he hadn't been doing it, and then he did it. It was beautiful. 45. He gets the ball so deep. Oh, and the forehand down the line from Charles. Jeffrey didn't see it coming. Nobody saw it coming. Big, massive forehand down the line from Charles and Vic. It feels like there's just a little bit of momentum turning around.
The crowd is going nuts.
5 serving 3. Elias Abadi, broken in his last service game. Hadn't been broken before in the tournament. Just a tremendous display of tennis from Charles Saka in that service game for him. You didn't see that coming.
Not
He's
ready to go home.
not ready to go home. The former champs show that they still have life. They need one break of serve here. Isaac Sasson can't contain his excitement. He's jumping around. Great serve. Good get. That was in. This is quality tennis. This is quality tennis. Isaac Sasson coming out of nowhere to put a lot of juice on that volley and put it away. Just quality tennis. Love 5 here. Crowd is going nuts. These guys have been showing emotion the whole day, and now Isaac Sasson is pumped up. Nobody has left their seats. Second serve. You just feel like the momentum has just slightly, ever so slightly shifted in the favor of the deal, boys. And there's another point. Charles Saka coming across on the backhand side. Too much for Jeffrey Sutton to handle. Love 30. 5-3.
See that smile from Sasson over there?
He's feeling it. The
He's-
deal boys are feeling
There's
it.
something about momentum that you just can't define. You could just feel.
The big Mo. The big Mo. And Elias has probably just lost a little bit of the oomph on his serve. His second serve has proven to be extremely dangerous. Let second service. Ooh. This is good stuff.
Joe, you're getting excited there.
Ah,
Right into the camera, that one went.
right into your living room.
That was about
5:30.
6
Big
inches
second
away.
serve there from Elias Abadi. Big second serve. Important to note that his second serve has been extremely effective, the most effective we've seen of anybody. There's a good first serve. And just like that, it's back to 30 all. We're dead even in this 9th game of the second set. Huge point, and Vic, I would say this is the biggest point of the match. 30 all. Who will take the advantage in this 9th game? Oh, and the return from Saka goes wide, and just like that, after all the swings,
We're at
all the
match
twists
point.
and turns, all the momentum shifts, it's match point on the racket of Elias Abadi.
Anything is possible here
He
at
asked for
Roseld's court.
direction. Right up the middle, body serve should be coming from Elias. Called for by Jeffrey. Missed the first. Second serve, match point. The crowd is dead silent. There it is. Opportunity for Jeffrey to poach. He passed on it. Oh, and Jeffrey's volley goes into the net. It's deuce again. They bought themselves at least another 2 points. The deal, boys. This is quality tennis.
Joe, I gotta tell you, I'm nervous. I'm just the cameraman, and I'm nervous. Imagine being on the court.
This just shows you how big that break at 4-1 was to get to 5-1 as opposed to 4-2. Charles running around the backhand there. Oh, and just kept it low enough, did Elias. It didn't bounce as much as Charles thought it would. And Charles ended up lunging for it and sending it into the top part of the fence.
Money going to Hatzalah either way. Jersey Shore Hatzalah.
What an organization.
Keep up the great work. If ever needed, God forbid, 732-531-9988. Save the number in your phone now.
Match point. 732
531
9988.
9988. They make it very easy to remember. That's
Here's Elias.
732-531-9988.
Second serve, match point. Second serve, match point. Getting the direction from Jeffrey. The Deal Boys already saved one. Here's Isaac. And it goes into the net, and that's game, set, and match. Abadi and Sutton defeat Saka and Sasson 7 games to 5, 6 games to 3. What a quality tennis match. What a quality tennis match. It's been a pleasure to join you. And I'm in shock. I thought they had the momentum, and you never know what's going to happen when you hit a tennis court. It's been a pleasure. It's been great again, like Vic always says. It's going to a great cause. You have, again, Jeffrey Sutton and Elias Abadi have booked themselves a spot in the final against Jack Sid and Joey Dweck. It'll be a blockbuster tomorrow. Just two contrasting styles of play that you'll be seeing. And it's just been so fun to watch. Both of these teams and doing it differently, right? Jack and Joey putting on a clinic earlier. This game much more hard fought, a lot of twists, a lot of turns, and Jeffrey sitting with his children celebrating, going for his second Grand Slam of the season. I don't know if we've seen that, but what a fun time. What a fun time we've been having. And Vic getting Elias. Should I come down? Vic getting Elias, who put on a clinic there. And a congratulations from the fathers. Just a good time. Just a good time and great tennis. And we're going to be joined in the booth here by Elias Abadi, who's now a finalist here at the Center Court Tournament. And has been all smiles even when things looked like the momentum was shifting. Him and Jeffrey keeping it light, keeping it fun between the two of them. Elias, thank you for joining us, and congratulations on booking your spot in the final. Why don't you tell us how your team with Jeffrey came together? Do you guys play together often?
All the time.
All the time. And is that you guys play together? You play against each other? You play together on Saturdays? What's the relationship?
You got it.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
You
That's
said it
great. That's great. So we love to see, the teams that are playing together for a while coming together. You were just playing against a team like that. Charles and Isaac are very, very good friends for a long time. They both grew up in Deal. But the team that you're playing in the finals, Jack Sid and Joey Dweck, the first time they ever played together was on Friday. So
Yes,
you're going to be seeing a lot of
Jack's
good
my
different
nephew.
things. Jack's your nephew. That's
Correct.
great. So a lot of hesitation at the Rosh Hashanah table maybe Monday night. You eating together?
No, we talk a lot of, trash, but I think he respects me.
I'm sure he does. What is there not to respect? So tell us, how did you guys keep your cool when it looked like the momentum was shifting? There was a lot of yelling on the other side of the net. The crowd seemed to be behind the other guys, and you guys kept your cool. You held serve when you had to, and you won. Tell us how you guys managed to do that.
We know we're better.
Mm-hmm.
We knew we were better if we play at our, best. So we didn't need to hype up anything. We just needed to play.
And you did, and you
Yeah.
did. And Jeffrey won a tournament a couple of weeks ago,
Right.
and
That's
so
all I needed to do. Activate him, and I win. That's
Yeah,
it. I don't have
that's
to do
great.
anything.
and your net play.
Yeah.
When did you start playing tennis?
And I was 6
6 years old,
Yes.
and you played often and you practiced often.
all the time.
So what really stood out from the way you were playing was the net play, was where
Thank
you knew exactly where to go with the ball. Very often, whether it was a drop volley or you sent it deep in the court, you were very, very aware. You knew exactly what you were doing to confuse these guys and to give them a hard time. You knew Saka was having a hard time coming
Yes.
across, and you picked on him in that way. So it's clear that your savviness, you're a veteran, you know exactly how to play, and you play often. It really came out today, and we were very
We're
impressed.
the
I
two
know, Victor.
oldest now on the tournament.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Jeffrey is the oldest in the tournament.
Oh,
I'm the
you're
second
the
oldest, I
you're the
think.
two oldest in the tournament, and that really showed today against the two
We're
youngsters.
the
the
with
defending
elders, yeah.
champions also. They won
I
last
know.
year, so
I know
you
because I
guys-
wasn't here.
Yeah,
I have a
exactly.
sciatica issue.
now you're standing in their way. You're standing in their way, and he took over. So, as always, congratulations to Elias Abadi and
Thank you.
Jeffrey Sutton, who we'll have in the booth in a minute. You played great.
Thank you,
It
thank
was
you.
awesome. Very excited to see you play tomorrow. Any strategy, any tips you want to give us? What are we going to look for tomorrow?
We're going to attack their backhand, and we're gonna hit it right at them on the net.
Mm-hmm.
I just gonna have to activate Jeffrey early on and stay away from him. You know.
That's key.
And
And,
that's it.
and something to note is that they both play their forehand sides, right? Because Jack's a lefty and Joey's a
So
righty.
we're gonna be hitting the middle for
Right,
sure.
hitting it into the middle. Okay,
Yes.
so Vic, put that down in the notes.
Yeah.
We're going to be hitting it at them at the net and in the middle when they're taking their ground strokes.
Correct.
Elias, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us, and good luck
Thank you,
tomorrow.
thank
We
you,
look forward
thank
to
you.
watching. And here, nah, sweatier than you have put it on.
What's going on? Where is this being broadcast?
Here is Jeffrey Sutton. Jeffrey joined by his son.
Mic like this?
Who's this?
This is Lee,
Hi, Lee.
next generation.
Hi, Lee.
We got Ben over here behind you.
And
We
Ben's
got Ben behind you here.
And here's Jeffrey Sutton joining us, finalist Jeffrey Sutton. Jeffrey, we have a lot of questions from the crowd on if you lose tennis tournaments. Do you lose tennis tournaments?
Hopefully not again.
Well, Jeffrey obviously won the Center Court Pro-Am a couple weeks ago, and he's looking to win his second Grand Slam of the season, a feat that we don't know if it's ever been done before. We're just saying it's never been done before. And this is a tough one. This was a tough match. You guys stole a break at the end of the first set to take it, and in the second set, it looked like things might be going a little bit wayward. But you
Yep.
guys kept your cool. How did you do that? What were you guys communicating, telling each other, or did you guys know you had it in the bag?
Yeah, we kind of knew we just had to play steady. You know, play our game, play steady, keep aggressive. Those guys stepped up. You know, credit to them. We had some really great points, some cross-court exchanges.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I'm up at the net, I know Elias in the back, he's not going to miss those cross-court rallies, so I can be patient, wait for the right one to cross. And same goes with him, you know. I think that the key was just being aggressive, not getting too settled in and relaxed.
Exactly right. And so tomorrow you got Jack Sit, Elias's nephew, and Joey Dweck. Little family issues over there. What are you guys looking for? Elias already divulged your strategy. So what are you guys looking?
We're just gonna let it go and let it loose and have a good time.
That's right. And,
That's
and
all.
those
Stay
guys
relaxed.
obviously extremely young. They play a very fast game. You guys like to play a little bit more of a laid-back game, cross-court rallies. These guys, they don't let more than 4 shots go back and forth. So you guys are you guys ready for that? It seemed today like you were.
Yeah, we'll be ready.
Everything that came at the net, you guys were jumping all over.
We'll be ready for that. You know, this game is just about putting the time into practice and get out there and let it go.
That's awesome.
So-
Have you gone to the U.S. Open yet this year?
Yes.
When did you go?
I got to go to the qualifiers.
Oh, that's fun.
So
But I thought they weren't allowing people at the qualifiers.
yeah, we went to support one of the players, so we got us
Oh, that's awesome.
some passes.
That's what. How'd he do?
He fought, but he didn't make it through. It's tough.
Man. All right. Who do you like? Who do you like in this year's U.S. Open?
Don't
say it. Don't say it.
I don't know. There's a lot of these youngsters making breakthroughs, so it's tough to say. I mean, Djokovic's got to be the favorite still. We'll see what happens
Unfortunately, he
now.
said
Next
it.
round
He said
against next round against Brooksby
Yeah.
could be interesting.
So we
not a big
were-
fan of Brooksby's style, but the guy gets it done.
Yeah, we were talking to the finalists on the other side, and they didn't think that Brooksby matched up well at all. So we'll see what we get.
I think he could take a set or make it interesting, but yeah, I don't think he can beat him.
Well, hoping he does. And Jeffrey, we'll see you tomorrow, Erev Rosh Hashanah. What a better way to spend it than at a final of a tennis tournament, trying to win your second in a row. We look forward to seeing you there. Lee, are you going to be there, Lee?
No, yes, you're gonna come watch me. No? Okay, what are you holding? No, he's just taking it all in. He's usually very talkative.
He's taking it all in, and congratulations.
Thanks a
Very
lot.
proud to see you winning another one. Hopefully
We'll try.
tomorrow.
We're gonna
Let's
give it
see
our
what
best. We'll
happens.
give it our best.
And looking forward, very excited to see you. I'll take this off.
Thanks
because
a
you're
lot.
holding your
Yeah.
son. Thank you. Bye, Lee.
So professional.
Where is this being broadcast?
You'll see it on YouTube, I think.
Oh boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here at another beautiful day of tennis at the Center Court Invitational. It's been a pleasure joining you. For Victor Dweck and all the people that joined us in the booth, from Rob Braha to Charles Sanka to all the others, we thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to being back with you again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., for the final.